Sport. What is it? And how did it originate? What was the first sport? Today, we're going to look at these questions. Sport can be defined as an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. So wait, is hide and seek a sport? How about beer pong? They both involve physical exertion and skill. Both even have world championships. To figure out what a sport is, let's rewind 7 million years ago. Around this time, primitive humans transitioned from tree climbing to bipedalism, meaning they could walk on two legs. Does this mean that they began running as a sport from then? They were more like large-sized babies, hobbling around, adjusting to evolution over millions of years. Fast forward 5 million years, and some believe this was when our ancestors developed the ability to run. Archaeologists have found fossil evidence which has displayed several features of the modern human body. These features allowed them the ability to hunt prey and compete with the faster predators. This was certainly not entertainment for those humans. Perhaps other predators, such as lions, were playing a sport of their own, chasing down a pack of primitive humans and feeding on their limbs. Now, time for less speculation. What can we remember? What can we actually discover about our ancient selves? Are we simply a species with amnesia? Where is the evidence, if any at all? For that, we need to jump forward a few million years. Evidence of running and wrestling were found in the Lux Caves in France. The caves, with their beautifully constructed paintings, depict their community both running and wrestling, dating back to around 16,000 years ago. We are not sure if this was practiced as competition or if this was just part of their hunting tradition. Now let's see, what other sports can we think of? Hunting? Is that a sport? Well, you could say archery. The early evidence of archery dates back to 20,000 BC. Archaeologists have found evidence of arrowheads made of flint. It's very much possible that early humans were using bows and arrows even earlier. Similarly, running and wrestling, and even hide and seek, these could go back much further. How about competitions? We've already found out that there's a beer pong competition today. They even hold a wacky event called the cheese rolling competition. The prize? A wheel of cheese. Our ancestors, did they have a taste for beer and cheese? Some even believe our culture today spawned out of psychedelic beer. Ergot, a psychoactive substance, was found in the remains of an ancient ceremonial cup. The beer was drunk up until the church banished these cult-like groups into the shadows. So what were the first competitions we have evidence for? The Irish Tiananmen Games is considered by some to be the oldest known competition. Ancient myths are said to have dated the games to around 1800 BC. The games practice running, hurling, wrestling and boxing. Other than the Tiananmen Games, the Olympic Games is widely considered to be the first. The first record of the Olympic Games is dated back to 776 BC. The games included a variety of events such as racing, wrestling, running, jumping and javelin. The original games were stopped in 391 CE, thus lasting around 10 centuries. The modern games known to us today were started in 1896 and held in Athens. This brings us up to the present day. Our brief history of sport has come to its end. In the present day, we can see how massive sport has become and how vital it can be to so many people around the world, bringing people together, symbolizing what a human can achieve. As Epictetus said, Difficulty shows what men are. Therefore, when a difficulty falls upon you, remember that God, like a trainer of wrestlers, has matched you with a rough young man. Why? So that you may become an Olympic conqueror, but it is not accomplished without sweat. Or, on the other hand, you could simply go crashing down a hill in the hope of tasting some fine cheese.